You lead a comfortable and happy existence close to the ones you love. But your husband set his sights on a life much further afield. Could a week in the country of his dreams persuade you to up sticks and move right around the world? For as long as she's known him, Claire Smith's been living in the shadow of husband Paul's desire to emigrate.
Our daily life revolves around Australia.
When a trial week down under shows Paul the life he dreams of,
it's absolutely amazing. I love it.
Claire's faced with an emotional decision.
From day one, I knew I was either going to break Paul's heart or I'm going to break my mum's heart.
So will Paul convince his wife to make the move or be forced to give up on his dream forever?
For me, this is like last chance alone, if you like, so I need it to be a good week.
Promising blue skies, beaches and a healthy outdoor lifestyle, Australia's been the destination of choice for British families seeking a new life for over 2 decades. Latest figures reveal over 5% of the country's population hail from the UK. And with an estimated 23 families making the move every day, the figure continues to rise. From the moment they met, Paul Smith's bombarded wife Claire with talk of a new life in Australia, and his obsession's only grown since the couple became parents. Knowing Claire will do anything to give their young children a better future, he believes it's now or never if he's ever to convince her to make the move. With Claire, a self-confessed homebird and part of a close-knit family though, persuading her could be his toughest challenge yet. The family's journey starts with over 17 and a half hours in the sky, flying from London to Perth with a stopover in Dubai. When they finally touch down in Australia, Paul admits the flight was easier than expected.
I got quite lucky with the kids. I slept for about 8 hours, so I managed to get a little bit of sleep myself.
But all that time in the air has given Claire food for thought.
It does make you realise how far away you actually are.
And she's already missing family back home.
When I landed, I had 8 texts from my mum. I had phoned her straight away to say we were here.
After years spent dreaming of Australia, Paul's just happy to be here.
I'm absolutely buzzing, looking out the window and seeing all the blue skies, no clouds, and just hoping that it's like this all week.
Unlike Claire, who's already feeling nervous about what lies ahead.
It's a big, big week for me in particular. I think Paul will like it regardless, but for me, I'm the one that's going to make the ultimate decision.
With just 7 days to persuade Claire this is where their future lies, Paul's first trip down under is going to be anything but a holiday. Back in the UK, the Smith family live in Glasgow. Their mum, Claire, dad, Paul, 2-year-old Jamie, and baby of the family, Ryan. Social worker Claire loves an ordered life surrounded by her home comforts.
I'm a homebody, without a doubt, and I've got a routine for everything. You know, on a daily basis, I know what I'm doing from the minute I wake up to when I go to bed.
Whenever we do anything, it's like, right, tick, that's done. Tick, that's done. Tick, that's done.
Paul has a more laid-back approach, and unlike Claire, he's always up for a new adventure.
Paul would think, well, I'll try new things, new experiences. I just want the same things that I've always had.
Claire's love for familiarity even extends to food.
Well, just the usual, please.
As a vegetarian who's picky about what she eats, she's a self-confessed creature of habit.
I order the same takeaway pizza every single Friday for the last 10 years.
But if Paul gets his way, Claire's routines could be a thing of the past. Ever since meeting 9 years ago, he's made it clear he wants a new life in a country he's never visited.
There's just something in me that says that I want to emigrate to Australia.
Well, he said to me before, I feel I'm supposed to be there. Maybe if I look at my family tree, I might have ancestors who have came or went to Australia.
Paul's convinced the country offers a future worth getting excited about.
I've had friends that have travelled and come back and told me what a wonderful country it is. From what I've seen on the TV, I think the lifestyle for myself, Claire and the kids will just be wonderful.
Whereas I think you can't base it on what you see on the TV because that's not reality.
Determined to give Jamie and Ryan the best possible life, Paul's constantly chipping away at Claire's resolve.
So I'm showing her houses, showing her weather reports.
Paul has a list of areas that he would like to live in.
I obviously do people's heads in with it.
Our daily life revolves around Australia.
Claire will do anything for the boys, but she won't give up the life she loves without a fight.
I've got great friends, great family. You know, I've got a good job, a nice house, and I think what can be better over there apart from the weather?
As an only child, she can't comprehend the possibility of being on the other side of the world from her mum.
My dad passed away when I was very young, and my mum's been the one person in my life that's always been there.
Living just 8 doors away, Claire and the boys spend their time with her mum every single day. And the thought of taking her only grandchildren away is too much for Claire to bear.
If she walked past our house and another family were living here and they had children and they were at the window, that would really break my mum's heart, sorry.
She also worries about putting even more distance between the boys and Paul's mum, who lives in England.
I know I'm going to break Paul's mum's heart, so everybody's going to be heartbroken, including me.
Moving would mean Paul being separated from his son from a previous relationship, Owen. But as much as he realises it won't be easy, Paul remains confident the distance won't break their bond.
Who knows, years down the line he may even decide, well, I want to emigrate as well. So, although there might be negatives there could also be positives. But at the end of the day, he's always going to be my son, and I will always love him.
After years of dreaming, Paul's desperate to make Australia his home. The week ahead will be his one and only chance to convince Claire it's the right move.
This week will be decision time, so I'm really hoping that it goes well and I can change your mind.
Ultimately, I'm going to break somebody's heart, so I'm going to have to break my mum's heart, or I'm going to have to break Paul's heart.
For their trial week down under, the family are visiting Western Australia's capital city, Perth. Home for the week is the coastal suburb of Mindarie, just 30 minutes drive from the city centre. But will their first taste of Australian living be enough to whet Claire's appetite?
Oh, nice. That looks nice. Yeah.
It's a promising start.
Go have a look then.
Oh,
You like
this
this
looks
one?
nice.
Fortunately for Paul, Claire likes what she sees.
Yeah, Mummy's happy.
This is nice, isn't it?
And it doesn't take long for Jamie to spot something he likes too.
Swimming pool.
Wow.
Paul's more than happy with his first taste of Australian living.
This is what it's all about, isn't it, Jamie?
Claire's far from ready to take the plunge though.
The house is absolutely fantastic, but everything else has to be perfect as well, or near enough perfect.
After a quick look around, the family settle into their new surroundings. And Paul's feeling quietly optimistic to have got Claire this far.
Even just getting her here at the moment has been a big step. She's always been dead against it, so now that I've got her here, I just need to prove to her that it's the right thing for us.
But erring on the side of caution, Claire's already feeling homesick.
I'm excited about being here, but actually I'm missing Mum. It's only a day, that's sad.
After almost 10 years spent trying to convince Claire to make the move, the next 7 days will change the couple's lives forever.
For me, this is like last chance alone, if you like, so I need it to be a good week.
I feel that I'm getting made to choose between Paul's happiness and my mum's. and I'm kind of just stuck in the middle.
Back in the UK, the Smiths live in a 3-bedroom house close to Glasgow city centre.
We always wanted a detached house in a nice area that's safe for kids, and that's what we've got.
Convincing Claire to give up the home she loves won't be easy.
If I'm giving up the house that I see as my ideal house, it has to be better for me.
But if Paul does persuade her to make the move, the couple agree on the kind of property they'd want.
A modern house.
Open plan would be nice, wouldn't it?
Open
Like
plan
kitchen,
is a
living
must,
area.
yeah. A big enough garden that if we don't have a pool, we could build one in the future. And also I would like something that if my parents did come, that we could convert that for them. So maybe an outbuilding or
double garage or something.
yeah,
like
double
that.
garage. All the modern houses seem to have very, very small gardens. That just doesn't cut it for me. I need a grassy area, I need it to be big for the kids to run about.
The couple's maximum budget for a house in Australia is £320,000. To find out what their money might buy, today we'll show them 3 properties, 2 on budget and a third which could be their dream home. Only after viewing each one will they discover the cost. The search begins in Butler, a popular neighbourhood 40 minutes drive north of central Perth and just a 15-minute walk from the coast.
That's the kind of style I like.
That's
Like with the
beautiful.
darker windows and nice brick.
It's an up-and-coming area perfect for young families, but will this well-positioned family home prove a hit for the Smiths?
This is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Hopefully inside will be as appealing.
Yep, nice and open. Yeah.
The first room isn't big on space.
I suppose this would be like your little snug room where you'd watch TV at night.
Ah, it's nice and cosy.
But the adjacent master bedroom is more generous.
This is really spacious.
It's a nice big room, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a bit strange having a bedroom at the front.
I don't know, that won't bother me.
A built-in wardrobe quickly distracts Claire from the room's location.
This is what you want from an Australian home, is definitely a walk-in wardrobe.
But the ensuite isn't as impressive.
I would have liked something that'll be a bit bigger, because this isn't much bigger than ours at home.
And the open-plan living area isn't what Claire wants either.
It's a bit smaller than what I kind of first expected.
I think it's a little bit enclosed in it. There's not enough light coming in.
Claire's really struggling to get excited about this property.
I wouldn't give up my house in the UK for this.
It's not a good start. The garden with its own pool is impressive,
Wow.
Oh, look,
That is nice, isn't it? That's lovely.
but the lack of greenery gives Claire something to think about.
This is ideal. I love the fact of having a pool, because that is the Australian dream, but you need even a bit of grass just for the kids to run about.
Paul, on the other hand, could easily make himself at home here.
Oh, I could imagine it, definitely. I'd love it.
Does it not make you sad thinking like you would have all this but you wouldn't have any friends or family to share it with?
Claire could prove harder to win over than Paul thought. Meanwhile, the couple still need to find out what the house costs.
It could be the end of your dream.
Their budget is £320,000.
Ready? 268,900. That's surprisingly good.
Not, yeah, for the money.
That's
what you're
good.
getting for
Yeah.
it is definitely value for money. I'm happy again now.
I'm happy to have a look at others now, seeing that price.
Realising this home's £50,000 under budget has finally given Claire something to smile about. And Paul's hopeful the next property will be even better.
If that had been over, I think I'd have felt so deflated going to the next one.
I'd have been gutted because I don't think I could have persuaded you.
But you know we're not going to get everything we want.
Staying in Butler, the family move on to view another 4-bedroom house. Boasting fabulous views, it's just a short walk from local amenities.
Very fancy.
Claire's happy with the location. Hopefully this home will deliver inside too.
Let's see what we think here. This is nice and airy.
But her positivity is short-lived when they check out the master bedroom.
This is nice, but it's dull again. I don't know if it's the windows
I
that
think
makes
it's
it
the
look
fly
dull.
nets.
The ensuite provokes a mixed reaction.
I would make it a bit more modern, but size-wise it's ideal. Big, massive shower.
But a potential bedroom for one of the children wins approval.
This is better.
Nice room, innit?
This is a better size than the last one.
Jamie's pleased.
Do you like this room? Do you think this could be Jamie's room if we get all your stickers on the wall? Yeah.
Again, the house offers the open plan living the couple want.
Oh, this is much more spacious.
Oh, this is brilliant, isn't it?
But it's not quite perfect for Claire.
Make it a bit more modern again, but size-wise it's ideal.
Right.
And the bathroom could also do with a bit of a makeover.
Again, it's quite dated for me. I would like to have it more modern.
Change the towels, get a big shower head on it, do you know what I mean? It's all stuff that I could do.
It's like a bit of a maze, isn't it?
There's a lot of...
Paul's determined to keep Claire on side, but he could be fighting a losing battle. And though the generous-sized garden is exactly what she hoped for, Claire finds it bittersweet.
I love it, but every time I see something like this, I just think it reminds me of like having family over, and that makes me sad.
Perhaps the pool will lift her mood.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But
I think I would probably, if I had to choose between a pool and grass, I think I would choose grass because they're so young.
What you're like.
I know.
Paul can't win. But spotting an outbuilding that could convert into a home for Claire's mum changes everything.
This is a great space, definitely for my mum. If I could tell my mum, we've got a house with space for you,
This would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
it would be.
The house could be perfect after all. But with £320,000 to spend, can they really afford a place with a pool and potential for a granny flat?
I think it's going to be over budget, but
350
I've got my
I'm
fingers
going for.
crossed that it's not.
Time to find out.
Okay. Oh my God. I would probably move for that. If I knew my mum could be here, there would be nothing stopping us. Space for your mum and Owen to come and
I would
stay.
stand today.
I can't believe that. I actually cannot believe that. It's not my dream home, but we could make it our dream home.
Discovering it's within budget is a real bonus and could help Paul's argument for moving. And there's still one more property to check out.
That's nice, that big grill, isn't
These
it?
look much bigger. These are well going to be
Oh, this will do well.
Moving on to Jindalee, a family-focused beachside suburb 45 minutes from central Perth, we found what could be the Smiths' dream home, just a stone's throw from the beach.
I like the look of that, that's really nice. I like the stone effect.
The exterior wins Claire's approval, and inside,
Wow,
That's nice, isn't it?
I like this. The entrance is definitely got the wow factor.
Like them.
high ceilings, wide hallways and solid timber floors. There's not much room for improvement here.
Yeah, this is lovely. Wow.
No, this is...
Really like this one.
The plush master bedroom's an instant hit.
It's massive. Look at the
It's
space you've got as
huge.
well.
This is the way I would decorate as well. It's so modern.
And the ensuite's to Claire's taste too.
Absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing here so far.
The more they see, the happier they get.
This is definitely to my taste. Could move in here and not do a thing, just put our furniture.
Aye.
Claire has only 2 words to sum up the kitchen.
Absolutely stunning.
And Paul loves it too.
There's nothing you'd change.
It's
Absolutely
all
nothing you would change.
really snazzy. It's done to a good standard
It is,
as well,
isn't
isn't it?
Sounds like this could be the house to encourage Claire to make the move.
From what I've seen just walking in, the interior, all the layout, everything is like the dream home for me.
Result! And outside there's both a pool and space for the family to relax and entertain.
A lot more outdoor space than I expected.
Yep, loads more than I expected from a new modern house.
This property's exactly what Claire's been holding out for, which makes Paul concerned about the cost.
I'm feeling slightly nervous because I certainly think this is going to be £400,000 plus.
I'm thinking 440, maybe more.
To find out if they're right, the couple head back indoors, and Claire admits this is the only place for her.
Now that I've seen this, I can't even consider the other houses. I can't.
But with £320,000 to spend, can the couple really afford the dream house Claire's longing for?
Oh my God, £380,800. It's over budget, but it's nowhere near what I thought it would be. We might not be able to achieve it, but it's not completely out of reach, I don't think. It just does come down to jobs, and that's what we need to find out. It's down to salary.
Just over £50,000 stands between Claire and the house that could help convince her to follow Paul's dream and make the move. Despite an uncertain start, the day has ended well for the Smiths. Property 1 was complete with a pool, but the cramped interiors didn't cut it with Claire. Property 2 had a generous garden and potential for a granny flat, but the dated decor did little to win Claire over. But the final property of the day proved to be Claire's dream home, and even its considerable asking price didn't deflate her enthusiasm. So having seen what Australian houses have to offer, will the couple choose property in the UK or down under?
Now it's time for us to vote. Australia. Yay! I voted for Australia just because I feel as though the houses, especially the last two that we looked at, was far better than what we could have got in the UK.
They got better and better, and I did find what would be my dream house. I think we'd be mad not to vote
Step in the right direction.
Yeah, but we've still got a long way to go.
Claire's vote for Australia's a brilliant result for Paul, putting him one step closer to the life he longs for. But with Claire sold on the dream house, he knows his hopes could still be dashed if they can't find jobs to afford them the lifestyle they want. In the UK, Paul works as a plumber fitting bathrooms and kitchens. Working long hours, he hopes a job in Australia will give him more time with his wife and children.
It's crucial for myself to get the right job with a work-life balance, just so that I can persuade Claire so that we can have more time together and enjoy the time off with the family.
Claire qualified as a social worker 5 years ago and works with children and families. As the main visa applicant, she'll be looking for something similar down under.
I'm happy in my job, and I want to be happy in a job in Australia, and that is going to be the main source of income for us to probably get the dream home and live the life that we want. So it has to be the perfect job, and I won't settle for anything less.
The children are looked after by a childminder while Paul and Claire explore work options down under. First, Paul goes to find out about qualifying for a tradesman's licence.
Hi there, I'm Paul.
Hi Paul, I'm Lockie. Welcome to the NPA, come through.
To find out more, we've arranged for him to meet training supervisor Lachlan Marr at one of Perth's registered training organisations.
Would you advise me to seek employment before I actually emigrate to Australia?
It'd be better to have that job before you get here.
Yeah.
Because to do the migrant course, you have to have the plumbing experience in Western Australia to fulfil the tradesman's licence.
As you're turning, give a squeeze.
Paul's conversion course would last 2 weeks, but Lachlan recommends he qualifies in gas fitting too, which would involve a 3-week course and up to 6 months on-the-job training. But Paul needs to know how much it would all cost.
If you gained employment, you would get some funding. The actual cost of the course would be about £4,400, and the funding off there would be about £500.
Right, OK, right.
It's a considerable amount, and Paul knows his findings are unlikely to go down well with Claire.
It's very important to me to find an employer where the wages will be substantial enough to persuade Claire that this is worth doing.
Meanwhile, Claire's finding out about her own work options. We've arranged for her to meet Penny Webb, Divisional Manager at Rise Network, a private provider of support services for young people. Used to working in the public sector, Claire's anxious to find out how she could fit in with a private employer.
Would my skills be transferable to this type of job?
in the youth area, in our youth and mental health area. It's absolutely transferable.
I'm pleased to hear that. I thought it would be quite difficult making the transition.
Claire's further encouraged to discover part-time work could be an option.
So flexibility is really important for us. Part-time roles absolutely happen.
All that remains now is to find out if the salary is in line with her expectations.
What would I expect to earn based on the experience that I have?
You're probably looking at around about £32,000 to start, and then you would move up incrementally. If you stayed at that kind of level, you're probably looking at $33,800.
That is a bit disappointing. It is a bit lower than what I earn back home. I currently could earn full-time £38,000.
After a generally positive meeting, Claire's salary is a bit of a letdown, which could leave Paul's plans up in the air. To find out more about his prospects, he's gone to meet Grant Busby at one of Perth's largest plumbing firms.
Is the opportunity for me to get employment in Australia?
Anyone with a good work ethic will always find work here.
It's good news.
What would normal working hours be for a plumber?
Between 7 to 3:30 would be like a standard day, but most employers are really flexible.
Sounds like Paul could have plenty of time with the family. The big question now is how much he could earn.
Well, the start-off wage would be something like $27.50 an hour. That would be something like equivalent to, I think, about £30,000 a year. You could go up to maybe £38,000 a year.
The fact that I'd actually be earning more here as a trainee than what I would be back in Britain, that is going to go a long, long way to persuading my wife to make this move.
With the potential to earn around £11,000 more, Paul needs Claire to share his news.
How did your day go?
Probably not as well as expected. The salary was a drop. It was about £8,000 less than what I would receive just now. That's the annual salary.
It cost me around about £4,000 to retrain.
What?
Yeah.
£4,000?
£4,000.
Although you're a qualified plumber and you've got experience?
Yeah.
But Claire soon cheers up when she hears his potential earnings.
Starting salary would be around about £30,000 a year, so it's an improvement. After the 6-month period, your earnings can go up considerably, up to about £38,000.
That's a huge amount of money.
The day's delivered plenty of food for thought, but has he done enough to persuade Paul and Claire to choose work in Australia over the jobs they've got back home?
Australia?
Undecided.
I had a feeling you'd maybe go on that, but how come?
Because although your salary was good, a drop in salary again after 5 years of being qualified is quite disheartening. But for you it was pretty good. It was a pretty good outcome for you anyway.
Paul always knew it'd be difficult to get Claire to sacrifice the job she's so passionate about, but he's not ready to give up the fight yet. He's firm in his belief Australia's lifestyle has more to offer Jamie and Ryan than the UK. And knowing Claire's happy when they're happy, a day exploring those opportunities could be just what's needed to secure another vote in his favour. The day starts at Caversham Wildlife Park, home to the largest private collection of native animals in Western Australia. First stop, the kangaroos.
The baby one.
That's kissing Ryan. I never actually thought you would ever be able to come this close to them.
It's like being at the park, but instead of ducks, it's kangaroos.
Next, the chance to meet Karen the koala.
Is she nice and soft?
Is she the same as yours? Look.
And the morning ends with an introduction to the park's largest marsupial.
This wombat's name is Big Bubs because she likes to be cuddled.
Aww.
Do you like that one?
Australia's lifestyle is definitely living up to Paul's expectations.
I just can't see how Claire could not want to live here because it's absolutely amazing. Love it.
But for Claire, it's much less clear-cut.
You realise when you're here the life you could give the children, but it also means leaving my mum, which is the hardest thing for me, which would just break my heart. It really would.
To find out about the healthy lifestyle Paul believes the country can offer Jamie and Ryan, the family visit a sports lesson run by the local group Ready, Steady, Go. Coach Greg Bland fills Paul and Claire in on the programme.
Our program runs a multi-sport, so they get a little bit of a taster of each sport as an introduction. By the age of 6, most kids are ready to go into a single-stream sport.
Greg assures the couple sport is also a big feature in Australian school life.
We have kids who go through and do surfing, there's mountain bike riding, canoeing, kayaking, whitewater rafting. There's a huge range of wild and crazy sports which are part of the school curriculum.
That sounds actually really, really good.
Jamie's delighted to join in a game of football. The afternoon cemented Paul's desire to move.
This is why I want to make the move, so the kids can do things like this every day or at the weekend or whatever, whenever we've got free time.
But even though they've enjoyed their day out, Claire admits she's still struggling with the idea of living on the other side of the world from her mum.
I'm still torn because I think of all the great things that you can do and how happy the kids are. Who would not want to live in a beautiful place like this and have this life? It's just what I'm giving up back home, and it's about that balance.
The life Paul dreams of is far from a done deal, but for now, it's time to discover if the day's been enough to see Claire pick Australia over the UK.
Australia! That's brilliant. I'm really chuffed that you voted that.
Well, I think it would be crazy not to vote for Australia after the day we've had and seeing how happy the kids are. That's made me happy, obviously, and it's the kind of life I want for them.
That's brilliant, Neil.
The Australian lifestyle has put Claire back on Paul's side, but he knows keeping her there will be a challenge if he can't prove emigrating makes financial sense. If they move, the couple plan to sell their house in Scotland for around £170,000. While Jamie and Ryan take a nap, they view current valuations from 2 estate agents.
Fingers crossed.
I know, fingers crossed, definitely.
Right, go.
That's weird.
Wow, absolutely immaculate first impression. Sitting room, it's a converted garage, great extra space, obviously perfect for kids, definitely an added advantage.
Looks bigger than what it actually is.
Bright and spacious lounge, excellent entertaining space, neutrally decorated, which is obviously a big advantage. It's a blank canvas for someone coming in.
It looks really plain though, doesn't it? It doesn't look...
It doesn't look as bright as it normally does, like when you're in there.
A new kitchen, yes. The hub of the home, definitely. This room will sell the house alone. And French doors out to a landscape garden.
So weird seeing it on TV.
A nice big master suite, yes. Beautifully dressed, plenty of storage.
Oh, it makes you miss home a little bit.
Ah, beautifully tiled. A newly fitted bathroom.
Newly fitted by
couple
Paul.
have certainly added value with this and will help it sell well.
Never
In the
seen.
current market, I would value the house at between £180,000 and £185,000. For a quick sale, I would value the house at between £170,000 and £175,000.
In the current market, I would value this property at 175. As a quick sale, I would value this property at 155.
No, like the first one. But I'm actually so happy with those figures.
Encouraged, the couple move on to work out what living in Australia is likely to cost.
We go for it. Right, let's do
We've
this.
supplied them with some cost of living comparisons, starting with a breakdown of their weekly food shop.
Bacon? Oh my God, it's nearly double the price.
Yes.
Vegetarian sausages, £2 at home, £3 here. Butternut squash.
Oh my God.
That is horrific. 89 pence back home.
324.
£3.24, so £2.35 of a difference.
Overall, the couple will be paying almost £11 more for food every week.
£40–50 a month. That's really surprising.
Staying positive, Claire and Paul factor in the bigger monthly bills, basing their mortgage repayments on the second property they viewed.
429 back home and would be 1,086 here. That's a huge difference.
Crazy.
Council tax. So we're 198 at the moment, £70. So that's
pulling it back on the mortgage.
Yeah, you're saving a bit. We would need to save in every aspect of it, not just the one area.
Claire's proving hard to convince, and when Paul works out what they'll spend every month, she's not happy.
£3,114.
That's a huge amount of money. Huge amount of money.
Everything now depends on the couple's potential salaries down under.
At home, the combined incomes is 2,710, and in Australia, 3,055. It is more, but it's not looking as if it's going to cover that shortfall.
Claire's right. The sums show they'd be spending almost £60 more than they'd earn every month. And when they compare that to their finances at home, the figures just don't stack up.
£312 worse off per month. That's a lot of money.
They'd be down over £3,700 every year.
So that's not good news at all.
Not adding up like I wanted it to.
It's a devastating realisation for Paul. And as the couple make their choice between finances at home or in the UK, he's not looking confident.
Okay. Just think it's too big a risk with 2 young children, and I know the life's great out here, but I don't want to come out here and then we can't afford to live. You know, that's not going to be any life for us.
Uncertainty over finances has put Claire firmly back in favour of the UK, denting Paul's chances of getting the life he so desperately wants. And the biggest obstacle of all is looming. As the couple prepare to watch messages from loved ones back home, Paul knows this could be the thing that puts paid to his dream.
Hi kids, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying. Missing you.
Hiya Dad, hiya Claire. Hope you're having a great time in Australia. Hope Jamie and Ryan are loving it.
Love you all. Don't we, Abby?
Yes.
Hi, hope you're having a great time.
Claire, we're like best friends. I'm going to miss that.
I love him. I have got a good time with him.
She's a friend that she's there through everything. You can go out and have a good night out with her and she'll see what she thinks, but I think they appreciate that more.
Yeah, it's upset me. It's gutted me, actually. Because I want to see my grandkids grow.
It'll be my last time seeing them and it'll be really sad because they were my really best friends and I don't want them to leave.
I just can't visualise her being without her mum. So I think I'm holding on to the hope that if she does go, she'll miss her mum so much and she'll come back.
I see them every day. There's not a day goes by I don't see them, and that's going to hurt me bad. It really is going to hurt me. It's not just about the boys. I adore them so much.
You mean the world to me. They mean the world to Ellen. In fact, you'll stay there and send the kids, but make the right decision.
Yeah, I will be sad that you're moving, but whatever decision you make, we'll always support you for it. And we've got another message for Jamie and Ryan. I love you both to pieces. You're the best little brothers I could ever ask for, and just hope you like it.
It's heartbreaking. I don't think I've ever really seen my mum cry. Even Owen's never really spoke about how much he misses you or how it's going to affect him. So hearing that, even for me, was quite difficult.
I thought he'd done really well. Sad, I must admit, then I started welling up.
Other people might not be able to afford to come out here, so you could potentially be saying, with my friends, goodbye for forever.
It won't be forever.
From the moment they touched down in Australia, the distance she'd put between herself and her mum has constantly played on Claire's mind. Heartfelt messages from everyone at home have only reinforced the reality of being so far from loved ones. So will such strong emotional ties be what ultimately prevents Paul from securing the life he's wanted for so long? When the Smiths arrived in Australia for the first time, Paul had clear ideas about what the country could offer his family, and the Aussie lifestyle has more than matched his expectations.
It was just everything that I'd expected of Australia. If you could pick up your friends and family and bring them here, fall straight into the perfect job, then, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I'd be here tomorrow.
For self-confessed homebird Claire, experiencing life half a world away from Scotland has brought mixed emotions.
Every day it's literally been a different feeling. I wake up thinking I can do this, and then I wake up the next day thinking no, I can't do this.
Having fallen for the lifestyle Australia offers Jamie and Ryan, Claire's now split between making Paul's dream come true and staying close to her mum and the life she loves back home.
From day one I knew I was either going to break Paul's heart or I'm going to break my mum's heart, and potentially the kids as well, because I'm also going to be taking them away from everybody that they love and that loves them.
Paul knows his future's still far from certain.
I feel a little bit strange at the moment, not knowing which way it's going to go, whether the dreams come to an end. Honestly, don't know.
And with the all-important final vote inching closer, Claire's feeling the pressure.
This is the biggest decision I've ever had to make in my life. I've never faced a challenge as difficult as this, because it's not just a decision that's going to change one aspect of your life, it's changing everything about not only my life but my children's lives as well.
After much soul searching, it's time to find out where the Smiths will ultimately call home.
After a really emotional week, we're now going to have our final vote.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really torn right up until twisting the card. I was going to go for undecided.
I just can't actually believe that you voted Australia, to be honest.
If it had been just about me and you, I definitely would have voted the UK, because I feel I've got everything I want back in the UK. But this decision isn't about me, this is about our family and it's about the kids.
I'm just really glad that you've gone that way, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Driven by her desire to put her children's future first, Claire's managed to put her own feelings aside and finally agree to make Paul's Australian dream come true. It will be an emotional journey for everyone, but we wish the Smiths the best of luck as they embark on their new life down under.